Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1981 Lincoln penny, a coin that could be worth millions. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny has been a staple in American currency since its introduction in 1909, celebrating the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1981 Lincoln penny is part of the Memorial Reverse series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. These pennies are made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But what makes the 1981 Lincoln penny so special and potentially worth millions? The answer lies in its rarity and the possibility of minting errors. Pennies from this year can have various errors, such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, and transitional errors. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die obverse. This error occurs when the coin's design is struck twice, slightly offset each time. This creates a noticeable doubling effect on the coin's details, particularly on the date, the word liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust." If you find a 1981 Lincoln penny with this error, you could be looking at a substantial value. Condition is another crucial factor in determining the value of a 1981 Lincoln penny. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. A higher grade significantly increases the coin's value. For example, a 1981 penny with a double die obverse error in mint state condition can fetch a hefty price at auctions. To give you an idea of the potential value, let's look at some record-breaking sales. In recent years, error pennies from the 1980s have sold for thousands, even millions, of dollars at auctions. Collectors are always on the lookout for high-grade error coins, making these pennies highly desirable. So, how can you find one of these valuable pennies? Here are a few tips. Always examine your pocket change. You never know when a rare penny might pop up. Coin shops and conventions are great places to find rare coins. Purchase rolls of pennies from banks and search through them for errors. Remember to use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope to spot those tiny details. Who knew a simple penny could be worth millions? The 1981 Lincoln penny is a true gem for collectors, especially if it has those rare minting errors. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more exciting coin discoveries. Happy hunting, everyone! Hey everyone! Welcome back to the place where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into a coin that could make you a millionaire, the 1982 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny could be worth millions. Let's get into it. The 1982 Lincoln penny might look like any other penny at first glance, but it's unique for several reasons. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a significant change in the composition of the penny. Prior to this year, pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Due to rising copper prices, the Mint decided to switch to a cheaper composition, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, which is just a thin copper plating. 1982 was a transition year, so both copper and zinc pennies were produced. This led to 7 different varieties of the 1982 penny. We have large and small date varieties for both compositions, making it a bit of a challenge to sort through them all. These varieties include 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc plus, the Philadelphia and Denver mint marks, creating even more variations. So, what makes a 1982 penny worth millions? The key lies in the rare transitional error coins. Most notably, there are some 1982 pennies that were struck on the wrong planchet. These error coins were struck on a copper planchet instead of the zinc one, and they are extremely rare. To identify a copper penny, you can weigh it. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. If you find a 1982 D small date copper penny, you might be in for a huge payday. One such 1982 D small date copper penny was sold for an astounding $18,800 at auction. Imagine finding one of these in your change jar. This record-breaking sale has made coin collectors and enthusiasts extremely eager to find more of these rare pennies. So, how can you check your 1982 pennies at home? Here's a simple step-by-step guide. Gather your 1982 pennies. Use a precision scale to weigh each penny. Separate the pennies that weigh 3.11 grams. Verify the date and mint mark. Check for the small date variety. There you have it, folks. The 1982 Lincoln penny could be your ticket to becoming a millionaire. Make sure to check your change and see if you have one of these rare error coins. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Today, we're diving into a fascinating story about a penny that's worth a fortune, the 1982 D. Lincoln penny. That's right, this unassuming penny, minted in Denver in 1982, could be worth up to $1 million. But what makes this coin so special? Let's find out. The year 1982 was a significant one for the U.S. Mint. This was the year they transitioned from producing pennies with a copper composition to a copper-plated zinc composition due to rising copper prices. As a result, 1982 saw 7 different varieties of Lincoln pennies, including both copper and zinc versions. Among these varieties, the 1982 D small date copper penny is the rare gem collectors are hunting for. Most of the 1982 D pennies were minted with a zinc core, but a few were mistakenly struck in copper, and that's what makes them incredibly valuable. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 1982 D copper pennies? First, you'll need a good scale. A copper penny weighs 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs just 2.5 grams. If your 1982 D penny weighs in at 3.11 grams, you might have struck gold, or rather copper. But weight isn't the only factor. You also need to check the date and the mint mark. The D mint mark indicates it was minted in Denver, and the small date refers to the specific style of the numerals on the coin. Here's a comparison between the small date and the large date. Notice the differences in the numeral shapes, especially the 8 and the 2. This small detail can make a huge difference in value. In recent years, these rare 1982 D small date copper pennies have fetched impressive prices at auctions. One such penny sold for over $18,000, and experts believe that some pristine examples could be worth even more, up to $1 million. Imagine finding one of these in your change jar or coin collection. It could be the discovery of a lifetime. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1982 D small date copper penny? First, get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. They can verify its composition and condition, ensuring you get the best value if you decide to sell. And remember, coin collecting is not just about the money. It's about the thrill of the hunt and the joy of discovering a piece of history. Thanks for joining me on this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to your channel name, and click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content. Who knows? The next coin we talk about might be hiding in your pocket right now. Today, we have something truly fascinating for you. The 1983 Lincoln penny that's worth millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right, millions. So, let's dive right in. The 1983 Lincoln penny is one of those coins that has captured the imagination of coin collectors and enthusiasts all around the world. But what makes this seemingly ordinary penny so valuable? Well, it all comes down to a rare error that occurred during its production. First, let's go back to 1982. The U.S. Mint decided to switch from making pennies out of 95% copper to a primarily zinc composition with just a thin copper coating. This change was made to reduce production costs as the price of copper was rising. By 1983, all pennies were supposed to be made with this new composition. However, a small number of 1983 pennies were mistakenly struck on the old copper planchets from 1982. These rare error coins are what collectors are on the hunt for. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable error coins? The key difference lies in the weight. A regular 1983 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams, while the copper error penny will weigh around 3.11 grams. If you have a scale that measures to the nearest hundredth of a gram, you can easily check your 1983 pennies at home. Simply place the penny on the scale and see what it reads. If it's close to 3.11 grams, you might just have hit the jackpot. Now, let's talk about the value of these error coins. The rarity of the 1983 copper penny makes it incredibly valuable. In fact, some of these coins have sold for astounding amounts at auctions. One example is a 1983 D copper penny that sold for $17,625 at a heritage auction in 2013. Imagine finding a penny worth that much in your pocket change. More recently, another 1983 copper penny fetched over $23,000 at auction. The value of these coins continues to rise as more collectors seek to add this rarity to their collections. So, there you have it, the story of the 1983 Lincoln penny worth millions. It's a fantastic example of how a small error can lead to big rewards. Make sure to check your 1983 pennies carefully, because you never know, you might just have a fortune hiding in your change jar. Host asterisk, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave a comment down below if you found any interesting coins yourself. Don't forget to subscribe to your channel name for more fascinating coin stories and updates. Until next time, happy hunting! Today, we're diving into a truly extraordinary find, the 1983 D Lincoln penny that could be worth millions of dollars. That's right, a penny that might just make you a millionaire. Let's get started. The 1983 D Lincoln penny might look like just another coin in your pocket change, but there's something incredibly special about this particular year and mint mark. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, has seen many variations and minting errors over the years. The 1983 D penny, minted in Denver, is one such coin that stands out due to a unique error. So, what makes the 1983 D penny so valuable? It all comes down to a rare minting error. In 1983, the U.S. Mint accidentally produced some pennies on copper planchets instead of the intended zinc-coated steel planchets. This mistake resulted in a small number of copper pennies being released into circulation. The rarity of these copper pennies from 1983 is what drives their value. Collectors and numismatists are always on the lookout for these rare finds, and when one appears, it can fetch an astronomical price at auction. Some of these pennies have sold for hundreds of thousands, even up to $1 million. Now, you might be wondering how you can tell if your 1983 D penny is one of these rare copper versions. Here are a few tips. The easiest way to identify a 1983 D copper penny is by its weight. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while the zinc ones weigh only 2.5 grams. Use a precise scale to check the weight of your penny. Copper pennies have a distinct ring when dropped compared to the dull thud of zinc pennies. This method isn't as accurate as weighing, but it's a quick preliminary test. Copper pennies will have a slightly different color and sheen compared to zinc pennies. Look closely at the edges and the overall luster of the coin. There are some amazing stories of everyday people finding these rare coins in their pocket change. Just imagine finding a penny worth millions in your old coin jar. It's happened before, and it could happen to you. So, there you have it. The 1983 D Lincoln penny is a true treasure hidden in plain sight. If you have any 1983 pennies lying around, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Who knows, you might just strike it rich. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting coin discoveries. See you next time.